Bismillah wa salatu wa salam al Rasulillah amma ba'd. This video is the first video of a series of videos dealing with the Arabic language. And we'll be reading from the Madinah course. And we'll start off with Madinah Book 1. I will break down the classes into two sections. One, we'll read from the text of the book. And the second part, we will deal with the qa'idas and the grammatic rules for this lesson that this lesson really deals with. الدرس الأول. هذا بيت، هذا مسجد، هذا باب، هذا كتاب، هذا قلم، هذا مفتاح، هذا مكتب، هذا سرير، هذا كرسي. And as a side benefit, I wanted to show you that the word baytun, this is a mistake that a lot of people make when they live in an apartment. They say, well, this is my bait. Well, actually, the word bait is dealing with a house, not an apartment, a house. Now, the word for apartment is shaqqa. Shaqqa. That's the word for apartment. So when you say a bait, if you live in an apartment, you shouldn't say this is my bait. You should say this is my shaqqa, shaqqati, my apartment. I just want to bring that as a side note, because I say a lot of people when they say, well, this is my bait, and they have an apartment, this is incorrect. You should say this is my shaqqa, or you can say وهذا شقتي. وهكذا. Okay, ما هذا. هذا بيت. أهذا بيت؟ نعم هذا بيت. And there's another side benefit. It's in this sentence on the third part. It says أهذا بيت. And this ha is harful istifham. Harful istifham. The letter of questioning. From saying هذا بيت, that this is a house, you say أهذا بيت, and you say, is this a house? ما هذا. هذا قميص. أهذا سرير؟ لا هذا كرسي. أهذا مفتاح؟ لا هذا قلم. ما هذا. هذا نجم. And this is the first part of the lesson 1, and now we will go with the qaida for this first part of the lesson. Now, when we first dealing with hadha, now you gotta know the definition of hadha. And hadha is اسم إشارة مذكر للقريب ومشار عليه مفرد ومذكر, which means that a hadha is a noun which points to something that's masculine and is near you. Now, you wouldn't say hadha if you were in one part of the room and something that you're looking at is on the other, all at the other side of the room. You wouldn't say hadha fulano, or hadha this and hadha that, hadha shay'un, hadha shay'un. You wouldn't say hadha. So it's letting you know that when you using the word hadha, that you use it for something that's near and that it must be masculine. And then the second part of it says, well, mushari alayhi mufrad, and that it must be singular. You can't say hadha to something that is feminine. You can't say hadha to something that is far away from you. You can't say hadha to something that is plural. It must be next to, near you. It must be singular, and it must be masculine. Must be masculine. Now you have the second part, which is dealing with من هذا. من هذا. هذا طبيب. ومن هذا. هذا ولد. ومن هذا. هذا طالب. ومن أهذا ولد؟ لا هذا رجل. ما هذا. هذا مسجد. ومن هذا. هذا تاجر. هذا كلب. أهذا كلب؟ لا هذا كت. هذا حمار. أهذا حمار؟ لا هذا حصان. وما هذا هذا جمل ما هذا هذا ديك من هذا هذا مدرس أهذا قميص لا هذا منديل. In the second part it says, the question is ما فرق بين ما هذا ومن هذا. Now what is the difference between ما هذا and من هذا? ما هذا لغير العاقل. ما هذا is dealing with something that doesn't have an aql. For example, قميص, منديل, kit, قلم, مفتاح, نجم. Like that, when you use ma, you say ma hadha, you're only talking about things that don't have an aql. Wa min hadha lil aqili, and when you say min hadha, is dealing with that which has intellect. Tabib, talib, rajulu, wa hakadha, waladu. You're dealing with stuff like that. So the importance, the muhim of this lesson is dealing with hadha. The definition of hadha is dealing with ma hadha, which goes into talking about things that doesn't have an aql, or min hadha, things with an aql. And it has tamareen, it has examples, which for lack of time I'm not going to go over the tamareen of these lessons, but I will skim through them. The first tamareen is asking you questions. ما هذا هذا مفتاح, because it has a picture on the other side. On the right side is the question, and you give the answer by the pictures that's on the left side. ما هذا هذا مفتاح. ما هذا هذا كتاب. ما هذا هذا قلم. ما هذا هذا باب. ما هذا هذا بيت. ما هذا هذا كرسي. التمرين الثاني is give you exercises dealing with the harf istifham, and it gives you the question and the answers in the picture on the left hand side, which you say in Arabic. أهذا بيت؟ لا هذا مسجد. أهذا مفتاح؟ لا هذا قلم. أهذا قميص؟ نعم هذا قميص. أهذا نجم؟ نعم هذا النجم. The third tamreen is اقرأ واكتب. You read and write. And as a brief side note for that, you see that on the third exercise it gives you the words and has no vowel. Now for the beginner who first starts off this book, he just learning how to read Arabic like this, do not be discouraged by the fact that it doesn't have vowels. It is not hard to read without vowels, and the key to reading without vowels is that you must know the words. In the whole beginning of the lesson, it gives you all these words in here. It gives it to you with the vowels on them. So as they're saying, by the time you get to this, you should be able to read it without the vowels. There it goes. Now that's the third tamareen, and that's the only tamareen they have in this lesson. So inshallah ta'ala, we will in the next video we will go deal with lesson 2. But this lesson is dealing with hadha, and the definition of hadha is ismul ishara til mudhakkar lil qaribi wa mashari alayhi mufradu wa mudhakkar. Is that the hadha is dealing with a noun which points to that which is masculine and must be near, and it points and upon it is that which is singular and that which is masculine. And what's the difference between ma hadha and min hadha? Ma hadha is ghayr al-aqli, is dealing with things without an intellect, and min hadha is dealing with that which has aql, that has intelligence or a brain. Inshallah, anything I said that was correct is from Allah Azza wa Jal. Anything that I said was incorrect is from Shaitan and myself. If anybody see any error that I have made dealing with this lesson, then feel free to email me or to leave a comment and let me know the error that I made so that I can correct it. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.